Okay, so I've just been talking to myself for like the last 20 minutes thinking that I was live, and I was not at all. So I am using StreamYard this time to do my videos. Um, I've never used StreamYard before. I'm still getting used to it. I'm trying to figure out how to zoom in. So it's a work in progress here. So please excuse the fact that my desk seems so far away. But tonight I'm going to be making my craft roulette card. So the parameters this week were, and since I was talking to myself and not actually live, the project is Mini Slimline, and this is the episode with Sarah Liz. I'm not going to try to pronounce her last name because I just can't do it, and I don't want to mess it up. So the project is Mini Slimline. The element is in the kitchen. The colors are Jarlic colors, and random is masking. So I'm going to be using the Hugs and Nugs, that's what I call them, from Trinity. This, I'm not sure if this is available, but if it is, I will link it down in the description box. And of course, I have my mini slimline set from Trinity as well. So I think what I'm going to do for the masking is use this stencil as my background, kind of like my kitchen wall, since the theme was like in the kitchen. I'm going to scoot my chair back over here. So yes, please be a little patient with me as I try to figure out this StreamYard. But so far, I mean, other than the fact that I can't figure out how to zoom, everything seems pretty seamless. So the first thing I did was cut out my cardstock. Oh, wait, this is not the one. So I'm going to cut out my cardstock using this mini slimline die from Trinity. And once the live is over, I'll make sure that I link everything down in my description box. Anything from Trinity is going to be an affiliate link. It doesn't cost you any money. It just kind of helps me a little bit. So I'm going to cut this out. And I think this is the color palette that I'm going to use. I did have these backgrounds that I thought about using kind of as my sink part of it. But they're just not, I guess they're not long enough. I mean, I still could. No, I'm just going to go with the stencil. Hey, Allison, how is the picture? I am using StreamYard, and I've never used it until today. I should have tried to use it before. I can't figure out how to zoom in, which is no shock to me whatsoever because it's, technology. And I am using my phone. So, but yeah, that's what I'm making tonight is my craft roulette card. Using my Hugs and Nugs, and I have a ton of these cut out and already colored, which is great for me because it takes me forever to color things. You know what the black border I think is my camera mount because it when I put the camera up, you couldn't see my desk. You could only see the camera mount. So I'm gonna have to figure out how I can place it on my desk where I can still see what I'm doing without it catching the base of this, which I could probably just cover with paper, but you're still gonna kind of see it. But like I said, I'm using my phone, so I don't know what the differences are and how to no, it says picture. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Yes, I will definitely ask Irene because I like this so far, but I need to figure some things out with it and actually play with it a little bit more before I decide to, go live like I do. Let's see. I wonder if I didn't get rid of the cinema layout. I'll just have to play with it. Can you see enough of the images though? Like I'm gonna bring them up to the screen or to my phone. No, it's okay. It's totally okay. I should have tested it out beforehand, and this week has just been super crazy. So, throw it to the wind. I think I'm going to use for sure the ketchup and fries. And I think I might use okay, good. I just hate that I can't figure out how to zoom in. Let me move these out of the way because I think I'm either going to use the little hugs and kisses in nugs or the hugs and kisses nugs in the I know I want for sure want to use the french fries and the ketchup. Or do I want to use the group nugs? I'm going to use the group nugs. And then I can use the little group nug sentiment. I do got some little ketchup. The little nugs? These guys. Are you talking about these ones or the ones with the little nuggy? Yeah, it took me quite a while to get these guys done. I mean, they're small images, but okay. So which one? The one with the baby, or just the hugs and kisses one? Because I've used the other one before. This one. I'll get rid of group nugs because I can easily stamp out another sentiment. Okay, I gotta cut that out real quick. Ugh. And Sean, thankfully, is fixing my lights, so there'll be no more lights on my desk. The next one, because that glare drives me insane. Set this down. Thankfully, I can still see everything on my laptop, so it's not like terrible. But I just can't see, of course, on my phone. Grab some cards. Why, cardstock, where are you? Here we go. He actually even got me a little on-air sign so that the kids and stuff wouldn't bother me. However, I have the door open today because it's so nice outside that I don't want to close the door yet. Wait. Thankfully, my machine is right here next to me. Hopefully that's not super loud. Really like the Impress, but I really feel like sometimes it just takes forever to cut stuff out of it. All right, so there's that piece. Not a beer, I promise. Okay. Okay, good. I hate that it feels like that. Sometimes it does. It just feels like it takes forever to cut something. But my machine might need cleaned. I use the crap out of it. So, okay. So the two stencils that I have from Trinity are the ones that are just like all like the same size polka dot. Hi, Glinda. And then I have the one that has the like graduated dots from the middle to the ends. And since this isn't very big, and don't worry, I'm going to line this up because my OCD is going to freak out on me. So let me grab these guys here because they're going to need to sit on like the little counter. Yeah, that's what I was going towards too, was the graduated dots. Because I feel like the other ones are, they're not, I like them, but I just feel like it would like overwhelm the background. Okay. Let's get these guys off here. I'm going to grab my sticky mat because I cannot, oh, I guess I could use my magnets since I have a glass mat. Now I need to line it up. Let me tell you what, these magnets are super strong. I got one stuck to my base of my camera mount, and I had to have Sean get it off. I could not get it off to save my freaking life. All right, let's pick out some colors. So I think my countertop is going to be that purple. So you know what? Let's do. Ooh, let me see. I'm trying to look and see what brushes I have that are. Maybe I'll do gray. Use a whole lot of gray. I'm sure I have a blue gray somewhere. Seeing as I have all the let's see. Ooh, I can use Earl Grey. Ugh. I mean, these brushes don't like lay down a whole lot of color. I mean, they do, but they don't. And if I need to darken it, I'll darken it. See, I didn't mind this week's parameters because I like making little mini slim lines. If you can find these brushes, these are probably my favorite so far. Besides the one Trinity ones, which I didn't pack them away, but I set them up and now I can't find them. I did, however, find my label maker finally. After, searching forever for it. I asked Sean. He's like, oh, it's in this chair. I'm like, oh, well, thanks. It's like I probably spent like 45 minutes trying to find it. Yeah, it was in a chair. Sitting on he brought his shop back into the shed, and I guess it got set on the one chair, and I would have never thought to look there. So I know this part's not going to be seen, but I have to fill it all in. Yeah, see, it was just sitting in a chair behind the shop vac. I about died. All right. Let's see what this is going to look like. Yeah, I like that. And I'll probably take this piece just a little bit. Now I'm gonna go back over that and get rid of some of that white because it was too white for me. Let's see where the bottom of the card is. I am probably just going to use my trimmer for this because I don't feel like pulling anything else out. But I am going to mark it with my pencil. Now look, I'm going to mark it and it's still not going to come out straight. Clean that up before that gets everywhere. This is why I like my glass mat. I ain't got to do anything. Just a microfiber towel. Oh. Tomorrow I am going for a heart stress test. And it's driving me nuts. Because I hate getting these tests done. All right. They lined up pretty well. Let me add these guys. This is probably about as basic as you can get for a countertop. But I think it'll work. And then I can always add some bling to it. I thought about adding little cupboards, but I didn't want to take away from the images either. And then I'll just pop up my little people. Yeah, thanks. I am not looking forward to it because they're making me run. That's the only thing that I'm not looking forward to. My bones are getting too old to be running the way that you're supposed to run. But I have to get a. So when I fell in December, and when we had all the snow, he doesn't think there's anything wrong, but my cardiologist just wants to run some tests just to be sure. I think it's more for me because he knows I have anxiety than really anything being serious. But he originally I was supposed to get a CTA done, which is just a CAT scan of my heart. And the insurance company, of course, won't approve it because it's the insurance company. And we all know how fun it is to deal with them. No, no, no. Okay. Every time. So, but I have to get this stress test done. Before, I ain't afraid of zombies. I'll have to think of something. Maybe spiders. I don't know. Yeah, I think I'm gonna pop these guys up. Have these guys down here a little bit. This guy up here, and then I can put my sentiment right across there. This is gonna be the easiest craft roulette card I have made. Besides the chalkboard one, that did not take me very long at all. Or what I might do, actually, before I do that, as soon as I can figure out where I put that die set, I may take the layering die and cut this out so that I can layer it up on my card base. I've never had that kind of scan done, but I've had like the echoes, the heart cath, echo, heart cath, and then this will be my second stress test. But that's not bad if it's 150 to 150 bucks. I can't imagine what the insurance company is gonna, what they're gonna charge. Oh, these are the little. Okay, so I'm glad I found these. Oh, my little hearts. It just drives me nuts that they're making me do it to begin with. Now I have ketchup, but to me, it looks like blood. It looks like a blood splatter instead of ketchup. So I'll probably just use the little hearts, but I think I am going to grab that die set, which should just be right around here since I just had it. Yeah, like I'm pretty sure he's just doing these tests just to pacify me because of my anxiety with it all. And since I tore my rotator cuff, I think he just wants to make sure that I didn't damage anything else in that process. Which would not be, surprising if I did, because that is how luck goes sometimes, which is okay. I'd much rather catch this kind of stuff now than, 5 years down the road. There it is. Yep, I'm going to hold it up in just a second, Allison, so I can find these. There we go. How is that? Is that better? Yeah, I do have to have surgery on my rotator cuff. Thankfully, it's my left arm and not my right. So it's not going to be like super terrible, but it's still going to be a pain in my butt. I'm going to do this one. So that way I can pop that center scene up. Yeah, I'm really, really not looking forward to it, but my shoulder's killing me. And I said that's usually the worst one that you have to, besides your knees and hips, is the, thank you guys, worst surgery that you have to have because it takes forever to recover from. But thankfully, I've already had my infusion, which I think I had in January. I think my infusion was in January, so I'm past the time where it will affect any of my MS stuff. It just takes a long time to, heal. One more time. Pull this off of here. There, I hate. Okay, so this is the only other thing that I hate with my Impress, how it waves my paper no matter what thickness. Because this white cardstock is pretty thick. It could be thin, thick paper, and it still does that. I mean, once I glue it down, you're not going to see it. So I think what I'm going to do is glue the frame down, pop this guy up, and then pop up my ketchup and my fries, and then put these guys on a wobbler. That way, it's there. Oh yeah, PT. I hate PT. I hate PT. They put me through so much PT in the last couple of years. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Usually, it doesn't for me. But I'm hoping that. Sorry, guys, didn't mean to shake yet. That it is not going to be super terrible. Let's see. But like I said, I'd rather just get it done now and be done with it than keep pushing it off and it getting worse. Because the sooner they can catch it, the easier it's going to be. Or catch it, I should. The sooner they do the surgery, the easier it'll be on me. Okay, what color card? So this isn't my typical color choice, but I'm going to use this macaroni looking color as my card base. This guy's out of the way. Get that out of there. So yeah, it's just, I go Thursday for that. They should have hopefully they will have a surgery date for me then. Yeah, I'm getting too old. I am getting far too old to be doing these surgeries. My body is just like, we're just going to take a little longer to heal. Okay, let me grab my, where did I do this? Over here. I can, so yeah, but I do have exciting things coming. No, they will not do any, because they considered it a traumatic, what do they call it? A traumatic rotator cuff tear. Because of how I fell. And that was back in December, and I pushed it all the way off until February because it didn't hurt as bad. Like my pain tolerance was super high. So it really wasn't bothering me that much until it was. And then once it did, I couldn't take it no more and finally went to the doctor. Plus, you can ask Allison, I am super stubborn. And if I don't have to go, I will not go. Where did it go? Where? Oh, there it is. So how I do my mini slim lines, I just do 6 by 6 and then just squirt 3. That just makes it so much easier. And then I don't have to mess with it. I know some people like, do 3.5 or what. I don't. Yeah, I will. I will push it off to the very last minute just so I don't have to do it for stuff like that. Oh, get back on there. Grab my scoreboard here. Sorry, guys. I lit one of the candles and it smells so freaking good. We've lit it like 4 times, so it's a little sooty. All right. Bust out my Altenew. So I like this because there's a little pocket there and a scoring tool inside. Plus, when I got it, it was on sale because I'm not paying a bazillion dollars for a scoreboard. The only thing is I got to be really careful not to press down too hard because like everything else, like ink blending, I score like a lumberjack. So I end up going through my paper. I usually do both sides, but I'm not going to today. And here's my little card base. Yeah, I like it because it's got that little drawer in it. So I could, God forbid, I keep a drawer empty, but I could put my other bone folders in it. Plus, it pops out, which I didn't know that till just now. So I probably just broke it. We'll just put it to the side. Yep, I probably broke it. Okay, so I'm going to take my magnets and I'm going to come off to the sides here so I can glue down my base. See, when I do it like that, it's just so much easier to do the 6 by 6 paper and then just squirt at 3. Yeah, that's what this is for. Craft roulette. I seen a couple people post theirs, and they did the Lawn Fawn, which I have. The like little baking set or whatever. I think it's a little baking set. And then they have the one with the Christmas mice in it. And I was going to use that, and then I seen somebody already made one, so I could not. I had to do something different. So I thought about that's when I thought about using the ones from Trinity. So pretty much everything is from Trinity except for my paper. So I think I'm going to glue this down right on the card base. Yeah, those ones are really cute. With their one, not this past release, but the release before that, they had the moles. I don't, for some reason, I just can't get on board with the moles. I don't know why. It's not that they're ugly by any means. You know, Lawn Fawn always has super cute little critters. But for some reason, I just could not get on board with the moles. And I don't think I ordered anything, believe it or not, from that release. Now, I did order some stuff from this past release because, you know, it's Lawn Fawn. Or maybe I did. I will have to look. Either that or I just ordered some older stuff that I've been wanting to get. I've been trying not to order a bunch of things because of, you know, space. Ugh, see, I struggled with them. I don't know why I did. I think it's just because I love the little mice so much. Like, I'm pretty sure I have every little mouse stamp set that they have ever made. Ooh, I almost said a bad word. That wouldn't have been good. I know. Listen, it's so hard not to order stuff. Like, I struggle when there's a bunch of new releases. However, I was super happy though to see that Trinity came out with that brain. I really like it. And I think it's because of, you know, my MS stuff. And me and Sean always joke about having the holes in my brains. Because I do. That's just how MS is. But it, I was so glad to see that. I need to make something with that one. Just grabbing my phone tape here. Now, I've been using a lot of the black foam tape from scrapbook.com. Ugh. Oh, geez, is he okay? That's a surgery I hope I never have. Sorry, guys, this one's fresh out of the package. Let's see here. Hate sometimes that they put this tape on here. I know why they do it, but it drives me nuts because sometimes it takes off that paper. Yep, that's right, Kalinda. He should be. And you know what's funny is men's hobbies sometimes are more expensive than our hobbies, which is crazy. Thankfully, Sean's a good guy though, and he really hardly ever. I mean, the only time he really complains is when I go overboard, which having full set syndrome happens a lot. Oh geez, well, Allison, I hope everything goes well. Like that's scary. And I can't find my thick foam tape, so I'm going to have to use this guy. These little thin strips. But it might actually be better. I'm glad you guys joined the live. I always feel like I'm talking to myself. And I was talking to myself for probably about 25 minutes, not realizing that I wasn't even live yet. And then I felt, I was like, oh, okay, well, have to start all over. I hope this StreamYard works out well, because the other one I was using, it would cut off on me. It would cut off like mid, like live. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to use so much foam tape. It did it to me the other day, and it drove me insane because I didn't even realize I wasn't live anymore. I was still talking. I'm like, oh well, that's Thankfully though, you can edit your lives and take some things out. So, but I don't even think I was finished. Ugh, so much foam tape. Yeah, I did. I switched over to StreamYard instead of Streamlabs because that Streamlabs just wasn't that's the one that kept cutting out on me, and it drove me nuts because there's an app for it. Like with this, it's on, like, I don't need any software for this one. I can just use, let me grab my other glue. Use my browser. So I'm definitely going to have to talk to Irene and see how she gets all the little tips and tricks so I don't mess it up. Okay. Because I can't line anything up straight to save my life, I have to put glue on the back of this. Hopefully this will help flatten it out. If not, I'll throw a magnet on top of it. I did send out that card to Tana's mom today. I meant to send it out sooner, and I just, between everything else going on. Okay, now I'm gonna try to line this up as best as I can here. Oh. See, this is why I use liquid glue. Just line the bottom up. You know what? I'm just gonna have to work with it. Well, thankfully, I caught it. I was able to catch the post office guy, the postman before he came and picked up the mail today. Okay, so these guys. Oh, this guy goes over here. So I'm gonna have to. We're just gonna throw some magnets on top here because I cannot stand how wavy this is. But this guy I'm gonna glue. I need to grab my action wobblers, which I think are in. Did I move it? I did. I had to order some new lights from Amanda because I'm running out of my twinkle lights, which are my favorite ones. It used to be the one light because it was easy to do, and the halo light. But I really like the twinkle lights and the blowout light. And I was running out. Where did I put my action wobblers? This is not good. Hello, Action Wobbler. I just seen you today. Okay, let me find those real quick. See, knowing I was going live, you guys would think I'd be a little bit more prepared than, you know, what I was. Let's see. Oh, here's this set. Let's see. Okay, so this is the Lawn Fawn set that I was going to use. I was going to use this one here with all the like the little baking goodies on it. But I felt like a lot of people, oh, they're right in front of my face. Oh my gosh. I feel like a lot of people were going to use that one. And I was also thought of, oh, I didn't, my stamp set's out of here. But the other one is the little mice. But once I seen everybody start doing it, I didn't want to make it because I don't like doing the same thing as everybody else does. Okay. So Action Wobblers. Hopefully I won't have to cut this down. No. I want to get those little nano, what are those little nano spinners? Those I need to get for sure. Holy cow. Okay. I'm gonna take it from, yeah, I think this is just gonna end up being wobbly. I might have to remake this, which is fine. Because the pictures will drive me nuts. So this guy needs to go here on the counter. As soon as I get this popped down, I will put this up to the camera so you guys can see too. We're just gonna go with it. Not supposed to be perfect. So these guys, I'm just gluing down, and then the other one will have the Action Wobbler on it. Let's see where I want to put this guy. So he's going to sit about right there. That guy right there. Yeah, Irene made her card yesterday with that on there, and I was like, oh my gosh. And all she kept doing was spinning it. So I was watching her the whole time instead of Sandy, and I was like, oh my gosh, I got to stop doing this. I got to stop watching. Like fidget spinners for adults. This guy, I'm going to kind of put it at an angle right there. And then let's get this on here. I shouldn't have to cut this one down. So yeah, as soon as I figure this thing out where I can actually zoom in and out, and I think a lot of people use their cameras. I don't know if I could do it like from my desk or from my laptop or not. I'm definitely not ready to show my face today. That's for sure. It's been a long, long day. Gotta get this little piece off here. Okay, let me get this going on here. And take this piece off. And I'm sure I did this backwards. The only thing I don't like about these Action Wobblers is the release paper. And I know they have to do it, you know, so it doesn't come off, but I'm right there. Scoot over just a little bit. So there we have it. Our little fries, our ketchup. Got our little Action Wobbler going. Our little wavy countertop. I just got to figure out a sentiment to put on it. See, I could sit and do this all day too. Well, I could put group nugs still. Yeah, maybe I will. I think I'm going to since it's already cut out. Why not? And back out of the packages. I've been storing all my little stuff in these little Altenew pouches. And I love them. Anytime I cut or do anything out of them. Oh, I forgot about my little hearts. Okay, hold on. I gotta put the little hearts on first before I do my sentiment. Let's flatten that guy back down for a second. I should probably use my tweezers, but it's just not gonna. We're just gonna go with it. This card is really easy to remake. There, you got the little heart in there. So if it really bothers me, I will remake this. And then my sentiment. I don't know where I put this guy. Maybe here. I want to put it maybe up. Yeah, this is the worst part is putting the sentiment. Because I don't want it to be too busy. You know what? We'll just put him right there. Why not? I'm so glad I already had these images colored. These are the images that I used for all those ATC cards. I made 125. We're just going to put it at an angle. 125 shaker ATCs for the event in Nashville. Well, yeah, that was pretty easy. Our little slimline card. I'm pretty sure I got all the parameters in there since I used my stencil as my masking. I got jolly colors, which bright reds to me are pretty jolly, and the purple. Yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot. Let me tell you what. I'm not looking forward to making any more ATCs for a while, just because of how long that it took me to make them. But I did get rid of a lot of my shaker bits that I've been hoarding. Let me see if I think I have them right over here. I was very careful with them. Let's see. I have one put together. Oh, they might be in a different box. Yeah, they are. I do have them put away already because I didn't want to lose them. Here's some extra ones though that I had. So I just put NCR on them because the Nashville Craft Retreat, and then I added these guys, or one of the images on there, and just got rid of some shaker bits. So this one's not straight. That's probably why I didn't use this guy. I always like to make the little prototypes before I do anything else, because if not, then it will drive me insane. But yeah, I made 125 of those. It probably took me about 2 weeks because I just kept getting like fatigued with it. So yeah, I had to keep taking breaks. I mean, I'm sure I could have done most of them. Like one day, all I did was die cut all the pieces that I would need. One day I just colored. I think the die cutting actually, believe it or not, took me the longest because of how many pieces I needed die cutted and the frames. It took forever for the frames because I had to make sure they lined up. And I always, like I said, I always make the like little prototypes beforehand, so that way if I do want to change something, I'm not changing it on the actual ATC card or on my, finished product. So yeah, that's my little card for Craft Roulette. And I probably will remake this because this the curve is going to drive me insane. But I like it. And thankfully I have a ton of pieces. And I can always use some of these other ones, like the little basket of nugs, which I did use for, let me see. I think I have it over here. I've been really good about saving the cards that I make this year and not sending them all or giving them away because I'm trying to keep track. I'm trying to keep track of what I make this year and how long it's taken me. I've been using my little craft roulette, like little journal. I don't know. I can't remember what it's called. Oh, where'd it go? Is it in here? Oh no, I've lost it. Yep, I sure did. I did. It's okay though. I made one with where the nugs were falling out of the basket or like out of like the Happy Meal bag. I think I posted it on Instagram. I'm pretty sure that I did. I'm trying to find the little brain stamp set so I can show you. This is what happens when I clean my craft room. I can't ever find anything that I need when I need it. And I'm sure I'll find it after I'm done. That's usually how it goes. Just like with my my label maker. Yeah, the companion. That's what it is. That's what it was. The little craft companion. I've been marking down how many I've been making. I mean, I'm nowhere close to most of you guys, but I've been trying to stay consistent and post every week. And since I'm a member on there, I get those extra days, which I'm so glad that I do, because some days I do need them, and I can finish. Let me see. Oh, it might be here. Yeah. Some days I do finish them pretty early, and some days I do not. No, that's not what I'm looking for. Oh, the joys of having too much stuff, I'm telling you. Is it this one? No. That's okay. I'm sure I'll find it. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I posted it on Instagram. It was really cute though. That was probably one of my favorite ones. I use Amanda's little spinners. It is nice to have those extra days. I mean, usually I try to get it done like right away, because if not, then I tend to forget about it. And by the time I remember, it's past the time of entry for the cards. Yeah, nope, I don't know where it's at. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's on my Instagram. So I'm going to try to go live now that I'm getting more comfortable. Tuesdays and Sundays. I'm trying to go in between Craft Roulette, Irene. I don't want to go live when other people are, some of the bigger people are going live. Saturday this week, I get done. You know, the thing that threw me actually was in the kitchen. And I was going through all my stamp sets thinking like, okay, what can I use? And then I came across that one Lawn Fawn one. I was going to use that one, and then I seen somebody posted it, and I'm like, oh, nope. Oh yeah, no, definitely not. Like I am so I'm really taking my time this year with a lot of things. And thankfully my health is in a much better place this year than, you know what? I should have used this guy. If I remake this card, I'm going to use this one. I forgot about this guy with the little baby. Let me see. Where's my cat? There it is. Look how adorable that is. I should have used that. Ugh, that's okay. I'll probably remake it anyways, just so I can use that little guy. Yeah, no, I'm not. No. That's why this year I have just been doing guest design teamwork. But I do need to push myself a little bit. I have a really hard time sometimes. I feel like I get really awkward, and then I don't know what to say, so then it's super quiet. And then I feel like if I go live when somebody like Gina K or Pink Fresh or anybody else that's a bigger channel go live, it's really hard because then you feel like, everybody's over there watching them, which they always have fantastic ideas. My stuff's pretty simple. Sometimes I do, I will do, some elaborate things, but it takes me a long time. So like when I'm trying to do lives, like I've been trying to prepare myself, have everything die cut. Well, thankfully these are already colored. I mean, these are pretty simple images. It wouldn't have taken me like super long. Plus, I'm getting ready for Irene's card chaos. So I've been trying to time myself and do my card in 15 minutes. I have yet to succeed to do that, but I'm getting close. So I was trying to craft along with her yesterday, but I was working on a design team project. I know, and I gotta get that through my head that just because I'm not a big channel that people aren't gonna watch, and that's kind of hard sometimes because you want the interaction, but you want genuine interaction. You don't want people who are just trying to win things or this, that, and the other. And I do giveaways for certain times of the year. Like with the autoimmune hop, like I have giveaways. I've got, let's see, I think I have, which is still open. So if anybody wants to do the autoimmune hop, I will put that link in my description box too. I got Lawn Fawn, Gina K, Pink and Main, Taylor Expression. Like they've all been really great companies to sponsor the hop. So there'll be prizes for the hop. But I want the genuine connection with people. And I know it's going to take some time after taking such a long break from crafting, or not from crafting really, but just from social media altogether with crafting. It was a much needed break. I did really need that time away to get my health and stuff in order and, to actually just take care of myself and take care of, the family. So I'm not going to burn myself out, but I am going to push myself a little bit just to do more than what I would have done before, like putting myself out in lives and not just popping up process videos. So, see, look, I can't still stop playing with that. His tongue is not colored. Why did I pick one without a colored tongue? I'll have to color that one in. But yeah, I'm trying to get back in the swing of things, and I want to push myself a little bit, but not overdo it for myself. Because it's hard. Like I don't think people realize like how hard it is to put yourself out there and to do these lives and to just not be in your super comfort zone all the time. Which doing these lives for me, it's outside of my comfort zone. Sometimes I don't know what to say. Sometimes I get brain fog, and sometimes I just kind of, I have no words. So, yeah. Well, let's see. It's been my mouse to work here. It's almost been an hour, which is pretty good for me. I'm pretty shocked that I'm actually on this long. And the card didn't even take me that long. It took me I've just been jibber jabbering away. So once I figure this out, actually, I'm going to try something. Nope, stop. Okay, they're just kidding. I'm not going to mess with it. I'll play with it after the live. But yeah, this is my card for Craft Roulette. Well, thank you, Kalinda. I appreciate that because it is, it is hard, but I want to do more things and really push myself to do a little bit more and get out of my comfort zone because there's nobody else around here that crafts, that does anything like I do. So, I mean, there's a couple people from Ohio, like Kelly Taylor. She's up in Cleveland. Jennifer McGuire, she's in Cincinnati. And then, of course, Simon Says Stamps in Columbus. I mean, there's other people like Linda. I know Linda's not that far from me. She's, I think, an hour and 45 minutes away from me. But like in my immediate area, there's like nobody who does any of it. So it's kind of nice to. Oh, well, thank you, Allison. I love you too. I appreciate you guys being here and sticking with me, and it does mean a lot. All right, before I start getting too mushy, this is my Craft Your Life card with my little action wobbler that I'm probably going to play with for the next 10 minutes because I can't help but not play with it. And then I'm going to figure out this StreamYard, and then I'm going to try to post a video this week, probably Friday. I'll post just a regular video, and then I'll go live again Sunday. I haven't figured out a time just yet. It'll probably be early afternoon. And then I have Irene's Card Chaos on the 30th. And I think that's it so far. April's going to have a lot of things. I can't wait for April. April is also my birthday month. So there'll be lots of things going on in April. Some stuff I can't talk about yet, but you'll see. It's going to be a great month. All right, guys, well, I'm popping off of here. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and I will see you guys in other lives. Bye, guys. Okay, now it's going to take me a minute to figure out how to turn this off.